But
calm
no,
down.
a very popular subject. Lucas Botkin of T-Rex Arms recently went to an AMS event, of course, and it kind of re-sparked up firearms, airsoft for trainings with firearms. It was a discussion that had been had before in the past. It kind of simmered down. He popped back up at the event, and it has blown up. And yourself, being a law enforcement ambassador for KWA and talking about training in airsoft versus firearms, how do you feel it translates over? Of course, you know, there's a video. If you really want to know, like, there's somebody at it who's done airsoft and then watch them try to do a firearms thing, go to T-Rex and watch the video of him with Liku Tactical. Liku Tactical. He's from Japan, had shot nothing but airsoft guns. Came here, hung out with him for a while. Within 24 hours, dude's fucking killing it.
Transition spot on, correct.
Holy shit. So, I mean, that should have plenty of proof for you. But yourself, being in the industry, doing firearm instructor stuff, and doing airsoft ambassador, what do you feel? Is it a good tie together there? Does it work good?
This is actually my favorite, believe it or not, it's my favorite subject in airsoft to talk about because training is what got me into airsoft in the first place.
Right.
It really comes down to, for me, it comes down to really two things. What is your objective for the training and kind of what is your mindset going in? So you can get training value out of fucking anything.
Right.
It's just a matter of how much funds and time do you want to devote into it. Anyone that says that there is no correlation between the two is a fucking idiot.
Hey,
and I will die on that hill because if we, as in the firearms world, if we as shooters can agree that there is value in dry firing, well, how the fuck can you rationally say that there is no training value in airsoft, loaded or unloaded?
Right.
If we can understand the value of shooting a gun without shooting a gun.
I would say the
Usually
largest.
when I bring that up, guys just kind of go like,
yeah.
oh, fuck.
Yeah. The largest argument I've always heard is recoil. Largest argument, rebuttal to the whole thing all the time, recoil. Or
fucking dumbest argument because they've clearly never shot an IPSC open class 38 super.
Yeah,
right.
Actually, I've never. So good.
Honestly, a low grade like a 22, very similar to a gas blowback WEM4.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Jesus.
So, I mean, I'm excited. I
Dude.
like this subject. And
Dude,
I drink
listen.
a Java Monster beforehand, so I'm like, ugh.
Dude, I'm on my
This was a Black
13th.
Rifle Coffee Espresso.
I actually had their Freedom blend this morning. I woke up and I made some pour over coffee and Freedom roast, and it was good. I realize I'm the coffee nerd.
I made a meme quite a while ago. I don't know if it was a post or an Instagram story. Airsofters spend hundreds of dollars to increase recoil. Shooters spend hundreds of dollars to reduce it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's facts.
Yes, this is very big facts.
Fight me.
Dude. But so
But it comes down to what are you really trying to do?
Right.
But it really,
Right.
most of the guys that I kind of talk to about this, when they criticize it, the first thing I ask is, okay, what's your fucking background? Like,
Right.
oh, I own a gun. Oh, you could suck a dick. You know what the fuck you're talking about. Get the
Right.
fuck out of my face with your bullshit ass.
Basically.
Because any fuckboy that owns a gun can have an opinion. But unless you've devoted essentially your entire life to not only firearms, but the training of various skill sets therein, get the fuck away from me for this conversation if you say no. The fuck
Right.
out of here. What are you, stupid?
Yes.
Because, like, when we talk about, say, doing CQB drills,
Mm-hmm.
well, we used to do glass houses, which is fucking nothing. An advanced glass house is where you just put sticks in the ground with tape on it, like we're surveying a plot of land,
Right.
basically. So if you can take nothing and make something out of it, then there is value. Now, how much value you're going to get out of it versus
Right.
how much you want to invest, that's really
individual.
that's the opinion. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's an individual opinion. So it's a very, I don't know about complex, but you can get a lot out of it.
Yeah.
We used to use airsoft for force training. That's how I got into fucking airsoft.
Right.
I was that guy who's like, I'm not spending $500 on an airsoft gun. Here I am at a $1,200 DSG later and going to fuck myself.
No, I think
It's real.
even just being
It's
from not a law enforcement or military background, just being one, an avid airsofter for a long time, two, an avid gun owner and person who carries a gun most every day because constitutional
because Kansas
right.
doesn't have laws. Go ahead.
Right. Yep. Constitutional carry
Basically.
here. I think you can get a lot of things. You can of course, you can work on body positioning when you're trying to shoot. You can work on firearm manipulation and firearm handling.
How not to shoot yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can work on, dude, there's so many little things you can work on that it's just so crazy to me that people can't find a correlation between the two where it can actually be useful. And let's be honest, gun guys, for them, it's very hard because they're like, well, I'm not going to play with a $300 toy gun and try to train with that. Dude, I get your point of view, but honestly,
Also spend $1,000 on a fucking optic that they're never going to use beyond 25 meters. Go fuck yourself.
right, exactly. Like, in my opinion, you're $300 on an airsoft pistol, a Glock, let's say a Glock 19X.
Tristan.
You spend
Tristan's in the
$300
chat. Yay.
You spend $300 on a Glock 19X and train with that, and then you've got your Real Steel Glock 19X. You would get more benefit out of doing dry fire training and firearm manipulation with your $300 pistol than you would your $1,200 red dot on the top.
Your Zev Industries custom Glock. Like,
Yeah,
fuck out of here, bitch.
I just don't
People
get it.
It are the ones that don't know shit really about either topic. That's the
Right.
problem.
Right.
Right. And
Also, like in the online community, anything online is gonna be fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Because everyone can see it. I
Right.
used to bring. So I've been doing specifically armed security guard training, license certification training, and conceal CCW. I think what do they call it in Kansas? Like a CHL or a CHP, something like that. Oh no, wait, it's constitutional carry.
it's constitutional carry. We used to have the
Yeah.
CCW beforehand.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, in California, in Northern California, CCW is fairly easy to acquire where I'm at. So I've been an instructor in that. I've been doing that since, almost maybe 12 years.
Right.
For the last about 2 years or so, I've specifically been bringing my KWA airsoft pistols to my range classes, and everyone is just dumbfounded. But the problem when you have someone about maybe our age or older is they grew up with inferior products. They
Right.
grew up with shitty quality products.
Yep.
Yeah, a bad product. There's no real training value out of a Springer Clear pistol. That's
Yes.
fair. But when you show someone like the KWA 226 and you put it in their fucking duty holster and it seats,
Yes.
and they can go up to a level, they can go to full retention on a level 3 Safari Land, it changes
Yes.
their whole world.
Again, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
If you guys aren't following Caber, go follow him. If you're not
Yeah.
following us on YouTube or Instagram, make
We
sure
understand.
you're subscribed, and we'll give you more of this cancer show.